We do want to take another look at the forecast here at home. Robert back with us. And Robert, these cold temperatures could stick around for a while. It's April. How is this happening?
Yeah, and it's mid to late April we're getting into. So we should be up into the 70s for highs, not the upper 40s. But despite all that, we still have pollen to deal with. And everything's kind of creeping up there, especially tree pollen is high. Grass and mold spores are getting up there. Weed pollen, though, thankfully, still quite low. You can notice that pollen on your car, especially if you have a white or a black car. That pollen really stands out on sunny and calm days out there. It was cold and cloudy today in Fayetteville. No way to sugarcoat that. Look how close you were between your overnight low and your high temperature, just a handful of degrees. That cloud cover just keeping temperatures stagnant today. Same thing in Fort Smith, where you only rose 5 degrees all day long. Just a really nasty day out there. As I said earlier in the show, great day for a nap. Temperatures right now mostly in the lower to mid 40s, northwest Arkansas, upper 40s. Still a few locations hanging on to the lower 50s, but we'll all drop into the 40s and upper 30s tonight. Winds remain nice and light out there, pretty much light and variable. We will have a brief warm up and then a big time cool down. We're going to still be dealing with a couple of stray showers tomorrow, late morning, early afternoon across northwest Arkansas, east of Interstate 49. I think the river valley will remain dry. Then we're going to watch this area of high pressure slide to our south. The flow around it will bring us in some warmer air for our Monday. Very short lived, as this cold front, very strong cold front, will be on our doorstep by Tuesday morning. It's going to be a wet one. It's going to bring rain with it at first, but as that cold air bleeds into the area, there's a pretty good chance that some of that rain for some of us could transition over to a brief period of snow. That is correct. Snow, you heard me. At least a mix of rain and snow, maybe a little bit of graupel thrown in there as well. It's definitely a forecast that we are keeping our eye on. We're also watching Super Typhoon SURIGAE here, which is off the coast of the Philippines, a monster Category 5, 175-mile-an-hour winds. It is going through an eye wall replacement cycle right now. So when the eye returns, probably sometime tomorrow, it will be much larger. Why am I showing this? Because this will most likely have an impact on our weather, because the storm is expected to curve back out into the Pacific. And when typhoons do that, they mess up the upper levels of the atmosphere. And usually 10 to 14 days later, it usually results in a cold air outbreak across North America. So that will be about the first week of May. So keep that in mind. Our period of cold weather not over yet. Upper 30s and lower 40s for lows tonight. Tomorrow will rebound pretty nicely. Still below average, upper 50s to mid 60s across the area. Now, here's that extended forecast. A nice Sunday for the most part, as well as Monday. And then northwest Arkansas, impact day already for that chance of rain changing to a mix of snow and rain, or maybe just straight snow. And then temperatures really get cold again. 30 Wednesday morning. I'm being a little conservative with that number right now. It would not surprise me if we were in the mid to upper 20s. A freeze may be possible. Frost definitely looking likely Wednesday. So if you have sensitive vegetation, not just in northwest Arkansas, but also the river valley, because you're going to flirt with the freezing mark as well, you're definitely going to want to do what you need to do to preserve and take care of that sensitive vegetation as we get toward the middle part of next week, Jamie.
Flirt with the freezing temperatures. That is not a phrase I've heard, but I'm just going to put it out there and say I don't want any snow in April. Maybe that's just me.